Law of conservation of momentum. In earlier we discussed about Newton's laws. In that Newton's third law leads to the conservation of momentum. Means we know that what is Newton's third law? To every action there is always equal and opposite reaction. Here is also whenever there is no, if there is no any external force acts on a body, the total momentum remains constant. The momentum of the bodies of the system remains constant. Means if no external force acting on the system, the total momentum of system remains constant. Here we are taking that the statement can be stated as also like as long as no external force acts, the algebraic sum of the linear momenta of the two bodies in a system in the direction of motion remains constant. Simply we can say that if no external force acts on the system is 0, if no external force acts on a system, or if an external force acts on a system is 0, the total momentum of system remains constant. Constant. In that case, let us explain about the what is the statement, the proof of the statement. How do this? Means the direction of any two bodies are having some velocities moving in some direction. The before collision, the sum of the momentum before collision, which is equal to the sum of the momenta after collision. So that here we are taking that, consider A and B are the two bodies. Consider A and B are two bodies of mass, m1 and m2 are moving with velocities, velocities means initial velocities u1 and u2. When u1 is greater than u2, if u1 is greater than u2, both collide in a time interval delta t. So whenever before collision the bodies A and B are having some mass m1 and m2 are moving with velocities u1, and this second body is moving with velocity u2. Then because of velocity of u1 is more, means we are considering that u1 is greater than u2. So that here the body A is collide with the B. So that way some of the force exerted on the body B by A. So that is F1 force is exerted on body B by body A is a action. Similarly, whenever the body A collide with the play the action, means by applying the F1 force on a body B, same sum of the equal amount of force is acting on body A by the B will be the reaction, that is F2. When body A exerts force F1 on body B to change momentum and change body B, momentum has changed. So that by applying the force F1, so initial momentum of B will be m2 u2. Initial momentum of the body A B will be m2 mass u2 velocity. Then this one is the before collision. This is before collision. This is before collision. Then after collision, the velocities means the momentum has changed. After collision, the force exerted by A on B and some of the force exerted by the B on A. Then they are traveling in the same path of initial direction. Their direction of motion in the initial direction of motion, and their momentum has changed. So that here final momentum of B will be m2 v2. This one is after collision. After collision. So that the body A is exerts the force on body B is F1. Body A exerts a force on body B is F1. So that F1 is equal to change in momentum. Change in momentum. Change in momentum by time. The body had collided in a short interval of time, that is delta t. So that's why change in momentum means the final momentum minus initial momentum. The final momentum will be m2v2 and initial momentum will be m2u2 by delta t. Let's consider, that's the equation number 1. This is action, right? This is action. The action done by body A on body B. So the next similarly body B exerts force on a body A is F2. So F2, which is equal to initial values having that, here the initial momentum of body A will be m1u1 before collision, and after collide the momentum has changed. So that's why after collision the final momentum of body A will be m1v1. So that here we can write that the change in momentum means m1v1 minus m1u1 by delta t. Consider it's equation number 2. So from Newton's third law, we can derive an equation that is action is equal, we can know that the statement action is equal to minus reaction. Action is equal to minus reaction. So that from this we can write that F1 is equal to minus F2. We are substituting these two equations from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. We are writing that F1 is equal to, we know that m2v2 minus m2u2 by delta t, that is equal to minus of F2 means m1v1 minus m1u1 by delta t. Both sides delta t is common, so that's why delta t get cancelled. The remaining will be the minus, the negative sign is multiplied inside, then m2v2 plus minus m2u2, that is equal to, here we are multiplying minus m1v1 minus into minus plus m1u1. So here that the final terms are one side and the initial momentums are, we are taking that in one side, then we can get that the initial momentum, that is m1u1, the m minus m2u2 taken to this side and the minus m1v1 taken to this side, then we can get the minus m1v1 get a plus m1v1 plus m2v2, means minus m2u2 taken is outside the is equal, so m1u1 plus m2u2. So this is the equation for law of conservation of linear momentum. So that we can say that here the final momentum, that is before, it is the after collision, and this is before collision. We are writing that m1u1 plus m2u2 is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. We can say that the total momentum before collision, the total momentum before collision, which is equal to total momentum after collision, means the sum of the the sum of the momentum before collision which is equal to the sum of the momentum after collision. We can write that this is about a law of conservation of linear momentum proof. By taking these values, we can get the some of the examples which is applications in the life. Here is the some of the applications of law of conservation of linear momentum. Here, in the case of Newton's third law, some of the examples we have discussed. In that case, there is a when gun and bullet at rest at initial position, initial stage. When the gun fired, the bullet moves forward direction and gun moves backward direction. Means that means to say gun recoils. Means here when if a stationary gun fires a bullet horizontally, stationary gun means here the bullet and initial velocities of bullet and gun will be 0. So that the value, the total momentum of the gun and bullet is 0 at initial stage it before. And after firing means at the initial the momentum on bullet and gun will be 0. So that we can write that here m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. From this we can write that m1 u1 is equal to 0 and m2 u2 is equal to 0. So 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. So that's why m1 u1 plus m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to 0. From that the velocity of bullet v2 is equal to minus m1 v1 by m2. By taking these values in this side, then we can get the same thing. Means here we should understand that whenever according to the law of conservation of linear momentum, when gun fired, the bullet moves forward direction and the gun moves backward direction with the same velocity. Means they are moving with the same velocity, with the same momentum. So that we can say that here the gun recoils negative sign indicates that the bullet moves in forward direction and the gun moves in reverse direction, opposite backward direction. That is gun recoils. That is about one of the application of a law of conservation of a linear momentum. And the next one is a shell exploding in the air. Shell exploding in the air means if m mass of a shell is at rest, stationary shell is exploded into two pieces, means of masses m1 and m2. If the stationary shell of mass m explodes into two pieces of mass m1 and m2, means that initial value of initial momentum of that shell is 0. After exploding, the bodies will, the m1 u1 and m2 u2 will, m1 v1 plus m2 v2 will, means the two pieces which is exploded from the stationary object will move in opposite direction. That is, so that's why m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to 0. So that the initial one of the m1 and m2 masses of the bodies, m1 and m2 mass of the pieces has moved into the opposite direction. So that's why m2 v2 body which is opposite direction to the m1 v1 body, negative sign indicates that one body is opposite to the another body according to the law of conservation of linear momentum. So that at the same time motion of a rocket and jet plane is also motion of a rocket. Whenever the rocket is moving upward direction, when the combustion due to the gases filled, fuel is filled in the combustion due to the gases is moving downward direct, pushes the downward direction, and the gun will move upward direction. Means they are moving in the same opposite directions with the same momentum. And jet plane is also the same conservation of linear momentum applications are obeyed by this by the in livelihoods we can use that. So that here the law of conservation of linear momentum in case of whenever the gun fires horizontally and in case of a shell exploding in the mid-air. So once again the statement of law of conservation of linear momentum is if no external force acts on the system, the total momentum of the system remains constant. The total momentum of the system remains constant if no external force acts. That is about the law of conservation of linear momentum.